Well, good evening, guys. Welcome to Thursday Night 9. Your host, Matt, here with Jody, Matt Fegley, and usually one of the stars of the chat, Mr. Nathan Frazier himself. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
The guy with the big Nathan Frazier, the guy with the big right miss.
Something like that. But it's Thursday Night 9. We are back after obviously not being here for Thanksgiving. So sorry. We were having fun doing other things. But we are back. We are in, most of us are in Myrtle Beach. Matt Fegley, you're preparing for the Oregon-Penn State game on Saturday. May the odds ever be in your favor, but
that's right.
I'm not holding my breath.
Me neither.
Nathan, you're at the Dixie Amateur?
Dixie Amateur, Coral Springs, Florida, 84 degrees, and makes you sweat all day.
If he keeps talking about 84 degrees, you're going to have to use that kill switch over there.
I know, right? I'm like, ugh. It was 19 degrees with 40-mile-an-hour winds when we left St. Louis this morning, and it hasn't been bad in Myrtle Beach. So tomorrow's going to be a little rough, but the weekend looks better. So we're excited about that. But Thursday Night 9, for those just, joining us, 9 different topics in the APT. We have a special guest tonight. It's not Nathan, although we do love you. So we didn't just bring you on to talk about hats or anything like that, as you normally do in the chat so affectionately. We are working on it. I promise you, I've given you that answer for like 50 weeks in a row. But it's a real thing. We are. 9 different topics, 5 minutes each. But I'll turn the floor over to you, Nathan, let you introduce our special guest to get tonight started. We are excited to talk about one of the majors I'm probably most excited about. It's going to be a great one and looking forward to it. But I'm not going to steal your thunder, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, really excited about our major at Macklemore in March. Starting to fill up. I'm blessed to be able to live there on property, and it's an amazing place. But I really don't want to waste much time with anything I think. So I brought one of my close friends and literally my neighbor, my next door neighbor, on. And without further ado, I want to introduce Charlie Rymer. 1985 U.S. Junior Am winner, PGA veteran. He's got 4 professional golf wins. He's a 2-time All-American at Georgia Tech. He was inducted into the South Carolina Golf Hall of Fame in 2016 and the Georgia Tech Athletic Hall of Fame in 2000. Everybody knows him from his extensive work on the Golf Channel and ESPN. But he will tell you his best accomplishment is a toss between his growing underwear modeling career and putting up with me as a neighbor. So without further ado, welcome Charlie Rymer.
I would think this phrase, Schmidt, teaching you how to hit a cut. Sorry.
Yeah, he did teach me how to hit a cut.
I appreciate y'all having me on. I'm sorry my voice isn't so good. I'm battling some laryngitis, and I'm looking down at my phone. I'm looking for my underwear modeling photo. I'll find it here in a second because nobody believes that. But we're getting close to that. But I will tell you, I'm not Nathan's neighbor for long. He moved it. I can see his place from my home office right here, and I'm going to be moved out before he gets back from Florida. So we're just temporary neighbors. So as soon as he moved in, I'm like, I'm out of here. So I'm moving about 1.5 miles away. But it's great to have him here at Macklemore. He's hitting all of the range balls in the right trees. We're going to have to get a lot more Callaway range balls. So that's a little rough. They start over there and those range balls won't come back, So that's a little bit of a problem. But appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Well, first things first, we got to talk about your place. Macklemore, absolutely beautiful. Certainly everybody knows the 18th hole at the Highlands, but what a great property across the board. And, we're there March 22nd and 23rd. Beautiful hotel. Why don't you tell a little bit about your vision for it and what everybody should know about Macklemore?
Sure, I'll do that. But first, see if you can see my underwear modeling photo there? That's my.
I'm pretty sure Chris can blow that up. So
yeah, you got that. Yeah, there you go. Right. I'm pretty shy about my body, but generally, that's my with 3 under. That's my modeling photo right there. It's pretty nice. So you guys thought I was joking about that, right? But I actually am an underwear model for 3 under because fat guys need underwear too, right? And fat guys need better underwear than skinny guys. So,
He said
especially
3 under.
fat guys that walk and play golf, and you need the gold bond, the whole 9 yards, right? So I've been a 3 under guy for years now. So they make
That's
a great
fantastic.
9-inch long triple X with a Joey pouch in the front that enhances the package. I'm just saying that's what's on the package and it works. So 3 under, try it, you'll like it. Oh, we're going to talk about Macklemore a little bit, right? You guys, you need to bring your 3 under when you come up here in March because you're going to be walking our new golf course, The Keep. We opened it up September 28th, and actually it was really hot. We had 2 weeks of the hottest weather we had all year, and some of our members that thought they liked walking but had never actually walked a golf course weren't real happy during those 2 weeks. A couple of our holes, like 3 of them, are uphill. Not that bad, but it's at worst a moderate walk. But for folks that have never walked 18 holes and they got out there in that heat, it wasn't a real good first couple of weeks for them, but it cooled off a little bit. Now they're fine with it. But you guys will be able to make it around in March because the weather will be pretty cool. Hopefully it won't be too cold, but the reviews we're getting, the comments, especially from the better players, are really nice. It's a golf course that if you put it in a cornfield, it'd be a really, really good golf course. But it happens to be a really, really good golf course that's hanging on the side of a 1.5 mile cliff, and the views are unbelievable. And we've got the big 50-mile-plus view on every single hole. We don't have any throwaway holes where there's no views. We don't have any homes. We've got a lot of the tees that are really close to the previous green. We quite literally gave 479-acre cliff edge property, the full topo, to Reese Jones and Bill Bergen and say, guys, build us the best golf course you can build us. And that doesn't happen very often and hasn't happened very often in the modern game. Most of the time, the land planners get the topo first. They put in the roads, the sewer lines, the lots, and they create the corridors for the golf course. And those corridors typically are in the low areas. And so, in the wintertime, especially in the Southeast, so many places like Atlanta, the lots are up high. The golf course is down low. It's nasty wet in the wintertime. And we just didn't have that. We've got a golf course that's on high ground, and it's the best purpose for this property. And I think people, especially authentic golfers like you guys have, people that love the game and are good players, when you see it, you're really going to respond well to it. So we're thrilled with that course. Our Highlands course, which had been in the top 100 on the courses you can play list by Golf Digest, fell out a couple of years ago. We had a couple of bad winters with some pretty severe winter kill, but we really worked hard and challenged the agronomy department, get us back in the top 100, gave them the funding they need. And as the golf course goes to sleep right now, we're just really getting our first cold weather. And in fact, I was walking on the golf course today. It's still pretty green out there, but it won't be for a few more days. But we've got some really nice Bermuda fairways out there, and we're very healthy going into winter. So I'm guessing that we're going to have a great spring, which would be nice. But really proud of that agronomy department and getting that course back in the top 100. And the Keep will get eligible for rankings next year. I feel it's really solid top 100. I'm interested to see where it starts falling some of these rankings. I think it might surprise some people and get up pretty high based on some of the reactions I'm getting from it. But we're really excited with what's going on with golf here, and we're excited to have you guys here March of next year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to hanging out with a lot of you and seeing you guys get around both of these golf courses.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One of the things that's been fun for me with APT, like when we started this, Jody was the guy that had traveled all over the golf courses. Then he got me into the course rating program, and now I've been traveling. And one of the things that I love the most about really good mountain courses, I'm really excited about the Keep, is kind of some similarities maybe to like an Ozark National. That's something that's on top of the hills, and you get to most mountain courses that you go to, and you're used to a 15-minute cart ride between green to tee, and the golf course isn't walkable. And I think that's really masterful when you get the topography, the terrain but it's still a, you know, classic walkable golf course. I mean, those are so hard to find and so special. And so I'm looking forward to playing it. But, you know, what I keep going through our promotional pictures you send us, and I'm really, really excited about the accommodations in the hotel. And the Macklemore. And so you're putting two really world-class things together. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the hotel up at Macklemore?
Yeah, sure. The hotel really turned out beautifully. We opened that up. The grand opening was May 2nd, and it is a Hilton Curio Collection. It's officially a 4-star. It feels more like a 4.5 star, and it's a 245 room hotel that sits right on the edge of a cliff. And it's for those folks that have been to Kiowa, we're almost the exact same size as Sanctuary at Kiowa is. Their beautiful hotel down there. They're obviously on the Atlantic, but we're on the edge of a cliff with about a 1,200 foot drop in a beautiful valley with the 70-mile views that on a clear day you feel like you're on top of the world. And the days that I think are a lot of fun where we get some of the clouds coming through, and the picture you just put up, that's actually some drone footage from only about 2 weeks ago. You can see how green the fairways you're looking at there. That's Stadium Zorja. We're the first in the world to use this new Zorja, and it's absolutely spectacular. And our greens are bent grass on both golf courses. So, and then what you see up and above is that's the cove. We don't call them valleys here; we call them coves. And the valley floor there is about 1,000 to 1,200 feet below the level of the golf course, and it's one of the biggest natural bowls in all of North America. And this is another view back towards the front nine of the keep, and just to the top left of the photo there, you can see a little sun glinting off the hotel. So the hotel hangs on a cliff edge. You can't really see the golf course from the hotel. You can just see a couple of the large oaks that guard our ninth fairway, which is in the top right of your screen there. But you can certainly see the hotel from the ninth fairway. But that gives you a good idea of hotel, new course, just how dramatic it is. And then the existing golf course kind of wraps around where you saw the hotel. They're only about 1.5 miles apart. But the hotel has been really well received. The food is incredible. We actually have 5 restaurants on property. One of them, Auld Alliance. We've got a stated goal of trying to have that be a top 50 restaurant in the country. We had our first review where Michelin was mentioned in the review. We were happy to hear that. And a couple other nice choices between the restaurants in the hotel and then our clubhouse for the Highlands Golf Course. So plenty to do. The hotel right now, I'm telling you guys, it's decorated up for Christmas. It looks like a Norman Rockwell Christmas down there. So it's really, really super neat. So we're really proud of Macklemore. It's come a long ways in a short time with the major hotel and the new golf course opening in the same year. And so as you can imagine, it's been a big scramble for us, but we're really looking forward to next year. Rather than focus on getting things open, focus on getting things dialed in early and moving in the right direction. And we've done a ton of that so far. So I'm really proud of our staff. I mentioned our agronomy staff, our golf staff, had a lot of curveballs opening a new golf course that you have to shuttle people to. And so we're kind of inventing things and creating things as we move. But every golf course, every resort is different. As we get a little bit bigger, we're faced with challenges, but we got a lot of really talented people that love this place and love it when golfers come in and walk off the golf course with big smiles like we see here every day.
Yeah, well, I've got to say the golf course, Jody, bring it back into places we've been. Looking at the photos there, this place has got a abandoned-like quality, with the golf course out to the edge with all the views and, with other property. There's so few places that you get just pure golf like that in the country. I can't think of very many off the top of my head. Chambers is another one that goes right down to the sound. But I mean, just beautiful, beautiful views. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Charlie, this is primarily a private members only golf course. You built the hotel there, so you're going to have some public play, but it's private driven for the most part. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because it's a real privilege for us to be able to go to places like this and be able to get on and host events and have our membership really be able to see something so special that you guys have built. So maybe talk a little bit about what your membership packages look like. And so, because we may have some guys that live in the area that may be interested.
Yeah, sure. So we are, just to correct you a little bit, we're what I would call private resort. So certainly our resort guests can access a golf course, stay in the hotel, or our cottage rental program has been very popular. As I mentioned, we got 245 rooms in the hotel, but we're also we'll end up by the spring. We'll probably have about 30 homes and cottages in the rental program there. And so for folks that want to come in and stay and play, they can certainly do that. And then we have a Macklemore membership, which is at the original club. And those memberships that primarily come along with home ownership grant those members some access to the keep. And then we have, we're set up a little bit differently. We have 125 opportunities for what I call investor members. And the model is pretty close to Pebble Beach. When Pebble Beach was bought out by the current ownership group going back, gosh, that's got to be 25, 30 years ago, there was 100 investors that put in $2 million each. They borrowed $500 million and they bought Pebble Beach Company. And those memberships have stayed primarily in those families or ownership percentages. Now those folks, they have privileged access to the golf course, and that's kind of the way we're set up. So we launched with 3 levels of investment in the keep. There was a $500,000 level. When we rolled it out, and where I come from in Fort Mill, South Carolina, $500,000 is a lot of money. And so we pitched it on property. We had a little spot where you could see that there was a view. And I'm thinking, man, $500,000 is a lot of money. We sold all the $500,000 membership opportunities in 13 days. And I was thinking, man, we should have charged $750,000 for those. But yeah, so that's our core group of members. And then after that, we had the next level was at 250,000. And so we had 50 of those available and we sold through those. So we have now, I think we're at about 78 members, and we'll max out at 125. So we have the balance of that available at $125,000 level. And what we do is we create a private feel within the overall structure of the resort, and those members and their families get great access, obviously to the golf course and special privileges, but they also participate in the overall success of the project. So it really is a nice investment, and the folks, when we get them here on the ground, they're just they're really like, here's my check, take it, please. And so it's kind of neat. As pretty as the pictures were that you just showed the you gotta. It's not see it in person, it's feel it in person. Especially when you get in there, the edge of some of the brow edge that we have there, it hits in the chest. It's kind of it's not kind of, it is a spiritual feeling place, and people just want to be a part of it. So we do have some opportunities left, and when the folks are there, well, if you're interested, you better get to us before you get here in March, because they might be all gone in March, to be perfectly honest with you. But it is a little bit different model, but there are some other properties that have a similar model to us, Pebble Beach probably being the most prominent of those.
So talk a little bit about, you mentioned the Highlands course, the original course there, and that already existed when this ownership came in and bought it. It was the old Cloud Canyons golf course, and there's been a lot of work done there. You mentioned your agronomy staff, so I got 2 questions. First of all, kind of talk to us a little bit about what all has been done and to bring the Highlands course up where it is. Obviously, the 18th hole is brand new. Y'all built that. But then the second part of this question is, what are the challenges from an agronomy standpoint dealing with turf conditions and whatnot at 1,000 feet above the floor there, being up on this mountaintop? how hard is that for the guys to kind of figure out how to keep the grass going, keep it looking good and in top shape?
Well, you're going to have to make me compliment Ryan Emerson, our director of agronomy, more than I thought I would have to. You know, these maintenance guys, these supers and all of that. I hate being nice to them and encouraging them and all of that, but they just, you know, they make fun. I mean, I'm a PGA member. They call me sweater folder. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, we're always fighting over something, and it's really funny. You know, these guys, I figured them out. You know, what they do is that, you know, they sit around all day drinking beer. They don't really do much of anything. And then they, you know, the grass starts dying because they sprayed something wrong on it or whatever. And they go out and look at it and they go, oh, the nematodes got that. And I said, really, what's a nematode? And they said, oh, it's microscopic. It's invisible. You can't see it. We got to send it off to the, you know, Penn State or Tennessee or somewhere, and they'll analyze it and come back and tell us what to do with it. And they go back in and start drinking beer again in the maintenance shed. And they make the whole thing up. It's like invisible. It's a nematode, and it eats grass. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just a little too, you know, convenient for my taste right there. And so I started looking it up, right? And what I figured out, nematodes do eat the grass. After the superintendents have killed it, it eats dead grass, right? So they are there, but they show up after those guys have already killed the stuff. So anyway, we have I love my superintendent buddies, and they don't sit around and drink beer all day, at least during the week. And they bust their tails. Our staff, when we're fully staffed up here, will be about 50 people. And they get here so early and they work so hard and they love the golf course. And they are kind of grumpy. But think about it. If your job was to make something beautiful on the superintendent side, and my job on the PGA side is to send people out to destroy what it is that you made beautiful, you'd be grumpy too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have quite a few challenges here. You were right. There was a golf course here. It was called Canyon Ridge. There was actually a version of it, a little bit earlier, called Sequatchie Falls. And the group that I work for, I've been here about 5 years. They acquired it about 8 years ago and had Reese Jones and Bill Bergen come in and completely redo it. And the existing Highlands course, the routing is almost identical. The 17 original holes, they redid the holes pretty dramatically within that routing, but then Bill Bergen found an area on what we call a lower brow. I got one of those right here above my belt. I got a lower brow, but they dropped a new 18th hole in there. It was a big investment to do it, and that ends up earlier this year it was ranked the 22nd best hole in the United States, the best in Georgia. We got a few in Augusta that ranked behind us, which surprised me, but believe me, I'll take it. But the routing, what Bill and Reese did is phenomenal, but there really are a lot of challenges here. Our weather is more similar to Louisville than it is Chattanooga, because that 1,200 feet above the valley really is different agronomically. On the positive, it lets our bent grass on both golf courses, the same variety of turf, AU Victory, really thrive. It's an amazing turf developed down at Auburn. We love that. And then the new stadium, Georgia, that I mentioned, one of the main reasons we chose that is winter kill tolerance. We think it'll do a lot better on some of the harsh winters that we have up here on this mountain. And then we struggle quite a bit with the Bermuda on its weather related, because we really don't get weather warm enough where the lows are high enough for the Bermuda to start popping and growing until we get a lot of times into mid-June. So when you have winter kill, you can't really put much sod down until into May, because it's not going to be warm enough for it to get growing really good. And so that's something we've struggled with. And the guys have done a great job with it. This year going into dormancy as healthy as it's ever been. I think we'll be fine this winter, but it really is a tough place to grow grass, and our guys are the best in the business. They do a great job. We're really proud of them, but they do have a lot of challenges that come their way.
Well, I hope you sell a lot of golf balls and y'all are stocked up when we show up, because we're going to need a lot of extra.
Well, I walk the golf course. I got about 5 milk crates full of golf balls in the garage. I got enough golf. I only lose about 3 a year, so I got enough golf balls for the next 8,000 years, I think, in my garage.
There we go. Well, man, thanks for coming on with us tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. you guys are doing fantastic work down there. I know you're really excited about it, very proud of it, and as you should be. And we couldn't be more proud to bring our folks down there, show off what you guys have done. Really appreciate you all for being so open and willing to host us. I'm not going to give Nathan any credit for any of this. You and Matt and I worked all this out. He didn't have anything to do with it. So.
Yeah, well, let's just keep doing that for sure. So appreciate you guys having me on. Look forward to seeing you in March. And man, I know Nathan's gonna play horrible down there in that Dixie Hammer. He said there's no dog leg lefts for him. Everything goes to the right, so he's in big trouble.
As you know, we've talked about this before. I'm a state legislator now up in Tennessee, and before we came on, I told the boys I was going to try to pass a law this year that outlawed all out of bounds on the right-hand side of a golf course.
That's fine with me.
Me too, brother.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Make it on the right side. Make it be red penalty area.
There we go. Red penalty only.
That'd be better. Yeah. In Tennessee only. That'd be great.
We'll get a lot more golf in Tennessee if that happens.
You got it. Thank you, guys.
Right. Charlie, thanks a lot for being on with us.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned. We still got a lot more. 2 new chapter owners introduced tonight. But first, a special message from our presenting sponsors, Worldwide Golf. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Get there. Get there. Get there.
Get there. Those 2 words are said by golfers all over the world as a sign of respect, a whisper of encouragement, a roar of support. It's what we say to our competitors, our loved ones, our heroes. It's what we say to ourselves.
Get there.
At Worldwide Golf, we're like you. We strive to improve our game, to elevate our standards, and transcend our limits. Our commitment is to the journey, to the tradition, and to the spirit of golf that unites us all. Since 1963, Worldwide Golf has been there to supply golfers with the equipment and apparel they need to drive their journeys forward. With over 100 retail locations spread across 10 retail brands and the best golf e-commerce websites, we have exactly what every golfer needs for however they choose to play. All of this done to help golfers who want to be their best get there. We are golfers, and we're here for golfers. We built a brand around evolving the game and having what you need to play your way, and it shows in every product we offer and every experience we provide. Our goal is singular, to help you get there. Though the game may change, our mission remains: to stand beside you, to grow with you, to celebrate every victory and learn from every shot. Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Well, guys, that's fun. I'm telling you, hearing Charlie talk about Macklemore, I'm more and more excited to go to that place. It's going to be so good. So I was looking through. Room requirement is there 2 nights at the Curo Collection. This is a great time, guys. Free advice to bring your wife. It is a fantastic resort and a fantastic spot. The rates are really good. And, part of the resort fee, I was actually looking, includes a couple cocktails. So, I mean, they've thought about everything there. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be an absolute great tournament. 2 fantastic golf courses. One that's been in the top 100 list and one that is sure to be in the top 100 list very soon. Both, very private, and it's going to be a really special weekend. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. So another cool thing too, for those that are going to that event, there's the practice facilities, fantastic. There's great driving range right off the back door, really, of the pro shop, the clubhouse there. But also there's a really cool little short game practice area and a little short course. So for those that are staying, again, staying there on property at the hotel, need a little something to do to kill some time in the afternoon, a great little opportunity to go over there with your buddies and do a little short courses. I think it's maybe 13 holes, something like that. Nathan can probably correct me on all that, but a fun little spot to just kind of walk around with 4 or 5 clubs and have a good time.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the APT Cloudland Challenge at Macklemore Resort, March 22nd and 23rd. This is one of those, we get some feedback. Obviously, last couple of weeks, the story's been Torrey Pine selling out in 30 minutes, Kiowa selling out in 30 minutes. I will tell you, I'm every bit as excited about this event at Macklemore than either of those. Obviously, great major venues. Macklemore is just a really, really special place. You're not going to find another golf property like it in the United States.
Well, look, and Charlie's obviously a vested owner and interest in selling Macklemore and making sure that everybody appreciates what they're doing down there. But for this guy, he's been all over the world, right? He's seen golf everywhere. He knows what high-end resort golf is. And for him to compare the hotel that they've built to the Sanctuary at Kiowa that we're also going to this year, that ought to tell you that, guys, don't sleep on Macklemore. This place is fantastic, and it's really, really worth the effort and the money that we're paying to go down there.
Oh, 100%. And by the way, in case you're tuning in, the major schedule that you put together, Jody, does not suck. They're all good. They're all really, really good. So we'll be talking about a few more as we get into, but getting into hole 4 so Chris doesn't yell at me. And that's something new this year for 2025 majors, the Worldwide Golf Par 3 and Par 5 Challenge. New side game we're offering this year. Something fun, different way to win some more money. $20 for the Par 3 challenge, $20 for the Par 5 challenge. And it's just a separate contest within your division, playing the Par 3s and the Par 5s. I know, Jody, you took advantage of it, playing a Dancing Rabbit, got to cash in on a little bit of Worldwide Golf gift cards. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Well, what I'm learning is that I suck at Par 5s and I'm pretty decent on the Par 3s. So twice now I've cashed in on the Par 3 challenge. Really cool little game within a game, so to speak. And again, it's on the live leaderboard. You can kind of watch and see where you're standing throughout the course of an event, especially at our majors, 2-day deal. And you go in, if you have a good day on the Par 3s, maybe you shoot 1 under or something on the Par 3s on day 1, and you kind of see where you're at. And then regardless of what you do, if you're like me, you shoot 1 or 2 under on the Par 3s, and then you still shoot your 86 or 87, and you're out of contention in the tournament, but it gives you something to play for on the second day, especially on some of these golf courses with some really good and challenging Par 3s. So same thing for the Par 5s. If you're a power guy and you're reaching some of these 5s and having eagle putts and doing well, then that's another opportunity for you to get into that side game and scratch out a little bit of extra cash.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if you're worried about it, it's typically not under par that wins these things. So don't think I'll have to shoot under par. Now, if you're in Division 1, you better be under par in the Par 5s if you want to win the challenge. But outside of that, even 1 over, 2 over is usually a pretty good score. A couple things to throw out. Number one is all the money that goes in gets paid right back out. So if there's, we'll count in if $20 a person, if 20 people get in, that's $400. We're paying $400 out. Worldwide Golf gift card. Chris Miner had a good question in the chat. Is Worldwide Golf the same as Global Golf? Complicated question. So Worldwide Golf's made up of 17 brands. When we say Worldwide Golf gift cards, that's all their e-commerce sites, which are the top anywhere in the country, plus any of their retail stores. So if you have an Edwin Watts near you, if you have a Uinta, if you're in Utah, Vans, if you're out in Phoenix, Las Vegas Golf Superstore, so many different brands across the country, and Worldwide Golf gift cards work in any one of those. And so you have a lot of different options to use it. You can literally get it, anything you want in the golf space, you can easily get it through Worldwide Golf. And certainly we're very grateful to have them back as our presenting sponsor now for a 3rd year. So Worldwide Golf Par 3, Par 5 challenges, obviously at majors. If you have any questions, you can come ask us at registration, but it is going to it's going to be a fun one this year. Had a great success at Dancing Rabbit, but leading into this weekend, it's going to be a fun one. True Blue Caledonia, the 2 under Myrtle Beach Holiday Classic, might be the 3 under Myrtle Beach Holiday Classic for the rest of this weekend. Now I about died laughing, and I really hope that Charlie. Nothing, obviously 2 under has Ricky Fowler, but I think they would also benefit by bringing on Charlie as a spokesperson for sure.
For the 3 under big and tall section.
Yeah. That was awesome. But True Blue in Caledonia, 2 other golf courses that are on almost everyone's top 100 list, no matter what magazine or website you talk to. 2 phenomenal golf courses designed by Mike Strantz. Very different in nature. You know, Caledonia is probably my favorite of any golf course on like small property golf courses where they've had to fit everything in. It's a masterful job. And then True Blue is wide open and fun. Fagley, I'll bring you in. You obviously won defending North American champion, you know, final round on Caledonia. You're going to be in your fields this weekend, starting back.
You know, I was really excited, but you know, I had to make the tough decision to go to a football game. But I will see you guys on Monday. But you know, again, Caledonia
beat the.
So what?
You're going to watch Oregon beat the living snot out of you guys.
Well, dude, you got to take your chances. You know.
Actually, I do think it'll be a close game.
It'll be fun, but you know, again, Caledonia is such a fun little course, and I was thinking about, you know, like the par 3 challenge there at Caledonia. You've got, you know, number 9 is what, a flip wedge, sand wedge. It's a little tiny par 3.
No one makes par in that hole. I feel like a lot of bogeys.
And then the 11th hole is a really good, solid, longish par 3. You know, what is it? Is it 5 or 6? That's another diabolical, you know, mid iron. Like the par 3s there are going to be fun for that par 3 challenge. But you know, such a good venue, a lot of fun to play. Like I said, I'm disappointed I'm missing out. But those that are going, and to those that took my spot, you know, it'll be a great weekend.
It's okay. Jody said he'll issue you a pardon. So
exactly.
We're just kidding. But that being said, it's kind of a staple on our tour. Definitely a favorite of our members. Really good event this weekend. You know, some great 200 tee gifts from US Glove as well. It's a great time to kind of wrap up the 2024 calendar year and look forward to 2025 with some great events coming up. We'll jump right into them. That's actually hole number 6. See what we're doing here. Coming up early January, we get the Worldwide Golf Disney season kickoff. Is sold out. The 4-ball reunion, which Phil will be working on adding a few more spots. So if you're wanting to play in that, get on the wait list because we are going to be able to open that up to a few. And then a sold out event at Reunion Resort, which we're excited about, the APT Winter Shootout. And then we get to another new destination, another new golf course that is one of those that it's another potential Omni Bedford Springs kind of deal. One of those that you see down there. It's going to be great. And that's Preserve in Biloxi. So Jody, I'll let you talk a little bit about that place, and we're excited to get down there.
Oh yeah. Another, you know, another place where a lot of folks, a lot of our members, unless you've just had a reason to go down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, probably have overlooked it and overlooked that area, but a lot of really good golf down there. And this place is one of those that it's the sleeper of the whole area. You know, if I go down there and I've got 3 rounds of golf to play, I'm playing at least 1, maybe 2 rounds of golf here. And so that time of year too, we're going to get a nice little break for the cost, which makes it a little bit easier for us on the budget playing in February that down there. And so it's going to be in good shape. The greens are going to be super fast. They always are. It's just a beautiful spot, you know, nice area, great food, good Southern hospitality, great folks. They're going to be happy to have us. So it should be a really great time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And some of those questions say, hey, the weather could be a little questionable in February. I mean, that's true anywhere in the country. But, you know, I look at like this weekend, it snowed in Charlotte yesterday.
Well,
you know,
look,
Phil was complaining about snow in Charlotte, and I'm like, it snowed in Charlotte.
Well, that's going to be a case, like you said, no matter where you go. We've played February and March in Texas and had frost delays. We've been in the desert and had issues. You know, part of the reason why we're looking at the Mississippi Gulf Coast is being in the Gulf. It's going to be a little bit more protected from some of the rougher weather that you get along the East Coast that time of year. You know, going down, those of us that have maybe been to some of those old icebreakers down in Hilton Head or, you know, up along the southern East Coast of South Carolina, North Carolina, it can get a little bit it gets chippy out there. You get that wind coming off the water, and you get a nor'easter that comes in. But down in Mississippi, Alabama, Gulf Coast down there, it's a little bit calmer that time of year. You can play golf 12 months out of the year in this area. Trust me, I've done it, been there. And I'm going to will it into existence. We're going to have 60s and sunny weather that whole week. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be
Pound the
another
table.
good-
That's it.
And for those that are asking, it is a casino course. So great casino, very close by. For those of you guys that love hanging out at casino for the weekend, I saw you all at Dancing Rabbit. We had a good time. Not as good a time as Chris did, but he's not able to defend himself tonight, so we won't get too much into that. But the APT Gulf Coast Classic is going to be a great time, February 1st and 2nd. No rooming requirement there, a lot of flexibility, great chance to get down there and play some great golf and escape the cold of the winter if you're in the 70% of the country that is not playing golf in February. So it's a great little winter getaway, and hope to see you there. We do have a quick message from our friends at 2 Under, 3 Under, whatever. But we'll be right back. We've got 2 new chapter owners to introduce next, and the giveaway from our Black Friday sale. We've got Jersey, who we know everybody is waiting patiently to make an appearance. So
The star of the show.
the star of the show for sure. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this message from 2 Under.
Excuse me, Mr. Fowler? Aren't you forgetting something? Thanks, man.
So anyways, I haven't forgotten to wear pants yet, but
Wouldn't be the third time that's happened to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
it happened. Phelan did bring up a good point in the chat. We'll cover that real quick before we introduce our next guest. The best airport to fly into for Biloxi, I believe you can fly into, I don't know exactly what it's called, but there's an airport in, what is it? It's Biloxi and
Biloxi
Gulfport?
Biloxi Gulfport. Yeah,
There
you
you
can
go.
fly. You can fly straight in there. There's a regional there. You can fly into Mobile. I mean, if you want, you can fly into New Orleans.
I was getting ready to say, it's New Orleans. In New Orleans, what, about an hour and a half drive?
Probably hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, something like that. So yeah,
Okay.
you can go either direction.
Yeah. So lots of options, some great golf. Get away from the snow. You guys that are in New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland. It's a great time to sneak away. I know St. Louis and that time of year is the same weekend we have the Golf Expo, and it's usually ice. So looking forward to getting away from that and getting down and playing some golf where it is much warmer. But hole 7, new chapter owner. We're excited about this one. It's going to be good. New leadership in the great state of Arkansas. I've got to be nice to him because my Illini beat up on him pretty good last weekend on Thanksgiving Day. But please welcome to Thursday Night 9, Mr. Rob Luter. You guys know him as a great member player traveling around the country. How are you doing, Rob?
Good. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. A little
So,
cold where
hope-
I'm at. I'm in Canada, so I'm just north of Toronto right
that's
now.
right. So
Take off, eh?
Yeah. Snows every damn day here. So.
There's certainly not any golf going on in Canada right now. So when it's in the
Simulator
season,
golf.
it's not going to be good up north of the border. That is for sure.
You started curling yet? Are they curling up there now?
I don't know exactly what they're doing. They are pretty good about putting putting the salt out and grading the roads and that. But I stopped and ate last night, and then in an hour I had 2 inches of snow on the car. I had to go and sweep it and all that crap before I could drive it. So I'm not used to that in Arkansas. That's kind
I was gonna
of
say, that's tough on an Arkansas boy.
yeah. That's not.
Yeah, you can always tell people where people are from by how they drive and freak out when it snows. If they're from Canada, they're like, oh, 24 inches, who cares? And you get down in Arkansas where you're at, if it's a dusting, they like close the town for 3 days.
If they mention that it could snow an inch, every loaf of bread and gallon of milk will be bought from every grocery store for a 50-mile radius.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Good old Southern grocery store run when it snows, man. It's nothing like it.
the only other Canadian joke I got for you is back from when I was in Golf Academy in Myrtle Beach, you could always tell the Canadians when they're down in Myrtle Beach when it's January here and it was like 40 degrees because they're the ones wearing shorts drinking beer at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Everybody else is bundled up and the Canadians are out in shorts and a polo. And you'd walk up like, where are you from? They're like, Canada. You know, every single time.
Glad spring showed up.
Yeah, they did not experience cold in any way, shape, or form. They were super happy to be down in Myrtle Beach, and we loved having them. They were always a good time. And but anyways, we're excited to have you in Arkansas. Obviously, you're an extremely experienced amateur tour player from across the board. But why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're planning to bring to Arkansas and let people get to know you a little bit?
Yeah, so we have pretty good representation with Mark and his group up in Northwest Arkansas / Tulsa. But we have a lot of golf courses and we have a lot of golfers in Central Arkansas. And so it just so happens I'm a member at Hot Springs Country Club and at the Hot Springs Village. Right there, you're talking about 10 golf courses, 10 good golf courses. And then we've got the Little Rock area, the Conway area. So we're in the process of just trying to pick through those courses and find 12 to 15 that we like and can get on and get a deal on and get set up. And there is some competition in this area, but I think we'll be fine with that. A lot of people have gotten to where they don't care so much for the other tour and they're tired of going to Hilton Head and all these other things. And so we have a lot to offer along those lines. And I think, we'll pick up people from that tour and we'll pick up a lot of people who haven't been playing. Matter of fact, I'm playing Saturday with a group out at the Village. I don't know very many of them, but it's a large group of people. I think we'll be able to recruit a few from there and things like that. So I think we'll end up with a pretty good group. It'll probably grow this year through the year, but we're going to set a good base and get things ready going forward. So I expect to end the year with a pretty good number and then next year just grow on that. So like I said, pretty excited. We'll stick to 1 days. We're not going to travel all over the place, but we will have, I've talked with Arthur and talked with Mark and, we'll probably try to do something maybe with in Jonesboro with the Memphis guys and maybe something with Mark and kind of mix it up. And I guess my plan is I'm not going to play in Arkansas, but I'll play a little bit with Arthur's group and get a little experience, a little bit with Mark's and try to make more of the nationals because that's what I would really prefer to do. So I've played all these golf courses in Arkansas a lot. So getting out in different courses is pretty exciting. And the reason I did all this is while I am in Canada, I have retired and I got talked into doing this little consulting job that turned into not being a real good thing to do in January and December. Anyway.
Wait. Did you leave the country after the election?
Yes, and before. I left before too. I came up here once in October as well. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other thing about that is my son is big into crypto, my 33-year-old son. And the deal was when crypto hit $100,000, everybody was supposed to shave their head. And then we had the group who decided they didn't like the election and shaved their head and vowed against men and all that. And he said, we're not shaving our head no more. So, which is a good thing because it would have been yesterday. So anyway, all relative.
Oh, goodness. Well, one of the things I think that's neat about Arkansas for everybody that hasn't been there, I think, Jody, it's similar to Iowa. We've talked for years about how Iowa has one of the best schedules, best kept secrets on the APT. Arkansas is definitely no different. Hot Springs Country Club is a great place. All the courses in the Village are all just fantastic golf courses. Very affordable to, if you're traveling from some other places in the country. To get great value in golf course, it's a great place to go. It's easy to get in and out of Little Rock and some great tournaments. And so I know you're working hard to really, boost up that schedule this year. And I'm looking forward to making the trip down from St. Louis to a couple of those great places to play. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to see what you're doing in Arkansas and watch it grow.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, and I'm excited about it. So, and I've already got a small group that's getting pretty excited about it. So I think we'll be able to have some pretty good tournaments, have some fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, the easiest way, if you've got questions, get a hold of you. Why don't you let people know your email address if you've got questions about Arkansas, and when do you think registration is going to open for your 2025 events?
I hope to have everything done in the next 3 weeks as far as the locations and that. So at least by the first of the year, we've already had a few people register for just the tour. So things are starting to get rolling. And I am trying to put together, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Still got a few kinks to work out, but I've actually had some of the guys ask for a winter event. We might try to do something like January 6th, where we would do like a winter 4-ball to just, my goal would be to have some of the folks who have played in the past show up and bring a friend, kind of introduce them to the format in that. So, still got a lot of things to cross to do that, but there's actually been people reach out and said, "Oh yeah, I'd play. I'd like to do that." So, trying to generate something going there as well. And
Well,
I
for
am
all of our friends up in the Northeast and out West, what they don't know about the South is, look, January, February, it could be 25, 30 degrees. It could be 75.
That's
And
right.
if you don't like what happens on Saturday, wait till Sunday and it'll be 50 degrees difference.
And I am R.Luter at aptgolf.com. So reach out to me. My number, if you send me an email, I'll send it back, and my phone number and all that will be included in there. But I do have a Texas phone number. So anyway, it's 903-280-1757.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a text from a member this morning at like 1:23 a.m. I woke up to for our 4:45 airport shuttle this morning. So be careful putting that out there, Rob.
As long as you follow the turn off notifications, you're okay.
I think everybody in the free world's got that number anyway. So
Use the do not disturb. It's a valuable tool.
It's kind of funny. Yeah, no, I've learned how to set focus settings for like 4 different times of the day, which is great. So working through and figuring that out. I think it's kind of funny. Like when you start a business, getting into side note, Jody, you'll appreciate this. I know Rob, you'll appreciate it. When you start a business, the first thing you do is you put your cell phone number out as everything because you want to be accessible and you want to be more. And then you get about 5 years into it, and 5,600, 6,000 members later, you're like, everyone has my cell phone number and is texting me at random hours.
I need a burner.
So it's not that I don't love you. It's just sometimes I don't want to talk to you at 1:15 in the morning if you shoot me a text. Just know I'll respond in the morning. It's totally fine.
I will give Nathan Frazier a credit for the comment. If you hit the notify anyway button, we can't be friends.
And as my wife would say, if you wake the baby, she will kill you.
100%. Absolutely true.
But anyways, well, Rob, I appreciate you coming on, man. We are excited about everything going down in Arkansas and look forward to supporting you and having you back as this thing gets going. So thanks for joining us tonight.
well, thanks for having me.
So awesome. Well, next up, we've got another new chapter leadership. We're excited about this guy, another APT member. Fagley, did you even know? Have you read the agenda yet, or are you just sitting here?
I read the agenda. No, I did read the agenda.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to have to reference the agenda to know who we're talking about. But yeah, we got somebody else.
I keep reading the chat and seeing the UConn things, and I was so hoping Baylor beat UConn last night because I was going to ask Aldo Ricci if Dan Hurley was like, I'm never going to play a non-conference home game again. So anyways, we'll get back to that. I do love Aldo Ricci, though. He is a loyal fan. I'll give him that. So we do love him. But we got new chapter leadership in Maryland. I'm excited about this. Bringing in a gentleman with a lot of experience, Mr. Mo Murphy. Maurice Murphy for long, Mo for short. But how are you doing tonight, Mo?
I'm doing really well. Thank you, fellas. Doing really well. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Well, you've got a little bit of experience in marketing and sales and a background, and certainly a love for golf. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're planning on doing in Maryland?
Okay. Well, like you said, about 30, 35 years in sales, marketing, and advertising experience, management, so forth, pretty much throughout the United States, about 40 offices. In any event, started playing golf in my mid-20s. At one time was a pretty good golfer. Today I struggle to get around a little bit, but that's okay. I still have fun. That's my main goal, is having fun.
Certainly.
I was at one time a 3.5 handicapper. I've been playing in these amateur tours now since 2013. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. And I'll tell you what, I've already said to you guys a number of times, and that is how much I've admired what the two of you and your crew now have built in this organization, starting the very first year in Pinehurst and all of the emails we had back and forth, if you remember those, Matt.
I do. I mean, I see
you smiling. Pardon me?
We may tell the story at some point. We may not. We'll see. That might be an After Dark episode.
That's it. That's a ticket. So listen, Maryland is no new place. It has a wealth of top-notch golf courses. It's just that simple. Okay. Dave's done a great job, and everybody that was on the tour with Dave just loved Dave. Dave's a great guy. I'm happy to be taking over for him, and he's going to win the years we get started. It's like any other tour. Of course, the goal is to build the membership as high as possible, to get the best courses at the best prices we can get them at, and that's what we're working on. Okay. I think it's really, really important, in my opinion. Most of us that are out here to get a trophy, or out here to win a tournament, or out here to feel like we played in a professional golf tournament. So my top goal is to make sure that what we do for these players that invest their money to play with us is that they have a professional experience in an amateur tournament. Okay. Secondly, and as important, and I've said this for years, when my golfers go home and they're driving home, the one thing I want them to say to themselves on their way home is, I had a fun day today. Yeah. Matt will tell you, I've said that a few times. It's important to have a fun day. These competitions competitive, but they have to be fair. They while being competitive, they can't be disparaging. No one should go home feeling like the world's coming to an end. They should go home with a big smile on their face, a bunch of guys they had a good time with, and they walked away. Or they walked away hopefully with a little bit of money, or they walked away with a good second nine. In any event, my goal is that they play on great golf courses at great prices, and they go home having a good day.
No, absolutely. We love that. I think the community aspect is something we focused on, Jody, since day one. I think that's, people ask me all the time, what separates us from our competition? And I'll tell you, it's the community. We start out by saying camaraderie. I think it's more than that. I think it's the community. I think it's the relationships.
Yes.
It's kind of funny, even getting to know Charlie a little bit, booking Macklemore, and getting to know Jay from doing stuff in St. Louis, and how they still keep in touch and hang out. And, even though they probably haven't played competitive golf with each other for certainly a certain number of years. And it's the same community experience that those guys have out on the PGA Tour that, you can have on the APT with people from around the country, building lifelong friendship and all of it. So we're super excited about it. Mo, I know this is a quick one. We'll bring you back sometime soon.
Good. I'm good. I'm happy to have been on. I'm happy to be. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, you're good. I said we love you. We're happy to have you on board.
Thanks, guys. I love you guys too.
So
looking forward
we'll catch
to
up. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. We got to get to Jersey, though. I mean, that's the thing. Like, everybody wants to see Jersey. It's like a bunch of dudes on here, and then everybody's like, when's Jersey coming on? Frankly, why are you just sitting in the side laughing tonight?
Because I just enjoyed
your bucket hat. You might be a close second.
Fair enough. Oh man, I was just entertained by the,
I mean,
just all of it, man.
What happened to your look?
I don't know.
Literally, you're opening a account with Imperial to get a bucket hat. So you wear an APT bucket hat on these things, and now you're just wearing a regular hat. I don't even know whether or not I can take you seriously.
Well, it's I need that fancy bucket hat. I'm doing my best to represent. I had my my Lions hat on earlier. I got the APT hat on, and once we get the bucket hat, dude, it's over. It's over. There will be no other hats, and then I can be the goofy guy just cracking up in the bucket hat.
The hat to end all hats.
There you go.
The
All the
hat
reasons in the chat that he's here to see you.
All the Rucci having fun.
Such a suck up.
Oh man, I forget. He asked me something. He said something about texting me at 3 a.m. and I said, "Well, you got to know where I am first. It could be."
No, I
Pacific,
totally hear you.
Central
I'm
time.
not sure why Chris hasn't brought Jersey on yet. It may be the fact that she's not done sending out all the Black Friday orders that came through to get into the podcast, because there were a lot.
There was a lot. It's a lot of good deals.
There were some good deals.
There we go.
There she's
Unmuted.
I was a little muted. Yeah.
It happens. Well, how are you doing, Miss Jersey girl?
I'm good. It's a little chilly. I turned the heat up, but don't tell Jensen. But yeah, I turned the heat up in my apartment because it's a little chilly. So
Yeah, say Illinois. I wasn't sad to leave Illinois. Neither was Chris. I mean,
yesterday was so bad. It was so windy yesterday. It was like
Yeah,
42 miles hour gusts of wind.
it's brutal. And one of the secret things that not a lot of people may know about Chris. Well, I guess you do if you play majors and you show up in July and you see him wearing a coat on the first tee. I mean,
in July in Phoenix.
Chris does not do well in cold weather. And so you being in an office with him, I think he's got like 4 space heaters turned up to like 90 degrees. And so I would imagine when you leave that environment, it probably feels colder than it actually is. But
I
Chris
borrowed
is the
one
only
today.
guy I know that wears long johns to the beach.
I mean, it's only funny because it's true. So it is what it is. Did you get everything shipped for Chris and I that we needed to get down to Myrtle Beach?
I think
we
so.
good?
Yeah, I think you're good to go. We are
You're
good
awesome.
to go.
Yeah,
So-
I think so, boss. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
Jersey's saving the day. I'm just letting you know. You have no idea.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
But
There goes to mine.
Black Friday. What's going on? I do have the drawing when we're ready, but you can tell how people got into the drawing with the Black
Yeah.
Friday. Can you talk a little bit about what's coming in December as well?
Yeah. So for the drawing, it was for Black Friday week last week, or Turkey Tee Off week. If you spent 25 or more that whole week, you got entered into a drawing to win some awesome prizes. So a couple things like the Project Cooler Bag is the main, is like the big prize, and then there's some small prizes in there for the winner. But yeah, that was that, and we had several deals last week. And then we had our main Black Friday event too on Friday. And all that was through, you could get it through your digital membership pass. So if you missed out last week, be sure to download it, and hopefully in the future you can grab some deals. But yeah.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to do the 12 Days of Christmas sale.
Yes.
So there'll be some
Yes.
flash sales every day. So we're working on some fun things. And I know you and I are planning on heading down to the PJ show to buy some more fun stuff for the pro shop. So if there are things that you want besides Imperial hats, we got the memo. Something besides Imperial hats, email Jersey, let her know. We are going down to keep stock of the pro shop. We certainly want that to be with stuff that you guys like and want to buy. So we might as well go and pick a winner. What do you think? No, let's see if we can get this to work. Chris, you have to tell me when this is live and people can see the wheel.
Whoa.
Holy smokes!
Hey, look at that.
Hey, can we see the wheel? Can we hit this?
Yep. And then you just go in the center, and then, yep, just press it. It should go.
Turkey Tee
Can
Off
you guys
week.
see it? Somebody put in the chat that they can see it. Yeah, they can see it.
I mean, I can see it. Can you
There we
see
go.
it?
Oh,
There we
Chris,
go.
you turned it off. Chris. Okay, we're hitting the button. Here we go. Good luck to all. Oh, it's spinning.
It's
I
Wheel
feel like
of
fortune.
Oh.
Kevin
Kevin
White Wager.
Wager. Here, we got this one here.
Whoa.
The
Nice.
artificial sound is amazing.
There we go. there's our winner. Chris wants me to hit the new deal there. So
We need a laugh track for all my bad jokes.
Given wager. I know, right? Okay, I'm stopping screen sharing. Chris, you got to fix it. There we go. Now we're back. But there's your winner. Jersey, they're shipping out that prize pack. That's a lot of really cool stuff. So we're looking forward to that. Stay tuned. Download the digital membership card. We'll be running all kinds of deals. Plus, all the deals that we have, the exclusive membership benefits. I know we posted on social today, the Avis and the budget deals, which you can save up to 35% off of a car rental, which, by the way, if you rent a car for a week, will pay for your membership and then some. So really great deal. We've got some deals off Turtleson, Sun Ice, 2 Under, all through the pro shop. And then we're constantly loading. Jersey's working really hard to keep coming up with some great offers for different products. And so we appreciate you, Jersey. We miss you in Myrtle Beach, but you'll be in Florida with us in January. So it's gonna be a good time to get out of Illinois and get to Florida. So
every time's a good time to get out of Illinois.
It is. He's not wrong. I'm not gonna lie. So that being said, we do have a couple minutes for questions. If anybody wants to chime in, you got Jersey on for questions. You've got the competition czar. I know he's a little nervous around question time.
All right, doesn't involve rules.
For you.
Nice. Crickets. Are you CZAR or TSAR? Which kind of czar?
I don't know.
What's the difference? Can someone give a scientific definition of the difference between the two?
That's an etymology question.
I mean, Jersey graduated from college.
Don't ask me.
Congratulations.
She should know this. I feel like this is a textbook smart question, not a common sense question.
I shaved yesterday.
It looks like it.
I just didn't shave down, trim the beard.
I'm still disappointed that you're not wearing a bucket hat.
Gotta find one.
You're not.
We're gonna make Jersey the fashion czar.
This is being on here with us, not wearing a bucket hat is like going to Disney and seeing the Mickey Mouse with his helmet off, smoking a cigarette, waiting for his break to be over. Like, come on, guy, you're not. Let's go.
Where the hell are these kids? Get them out of here.
Conversation, because I look over and I'm like, who is this guy in the video? And then by the time I figure it out, we're already on to the next topic.
Right?
I'm like, we should talk about handicaps. Oh, wait. Fegley's not. Oh, he's here.
Oh, yeah, he is here. Well, yeah, I mean, they're giving me a hard time. You know, I was taking some grief about the room, and I don't have my normal, flag display because I had to, my parents came to visit, and the wife gets the primary extra room for her office, and I get the secondary room. So we had to turn that room into a bedroom. So now I'm stuck.
Just to be honest, when we do these lives, I'm just thankful you're not in a car.
Fair enough. See the wall of fame, it's still there.
All right,
it's there. We're proud of you.
Well, you mentioned having family, so I'll ask the question since we just came out of Thanksgiving. Are you a cranberry casserole guy or cranberry in the can?
I am the can. I'm the can man. Everybody knows it. I eat love all the cranberries, but the can is a must for me. It's consistent. You know what you're getting. Some people can make cranberry sauce, some people can't. So it's that at least is consistent.
Right.
No.
So
that's just
best Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. What's on it?
For me, just turkey and mayo. That's it.
Oh my God, you're missing. You did not understand the assignment here, Jersey.
I know. I mean, are you like the turkey and then you take the sweet potatoes with the mashed potatoes and then throw some stuffing or filling, whatever you have, and you make like the
Look, you go some good old hearty white bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
No
that, of
fancy,
course.
no fancy ciabatta, none of that crap. Plain old bunny white bread. You
Yep.
got some white meat on the bottom, white turkey meat on the bottom.
Okay.
All right. A little salt and pepper, little layer of mashed potatoes right there. All right. Then you come in on top of that. You got to put your cranberry sauce in there because you got to keep the moisture in the middle. Then
Yep.
you're going to come on top. You got the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce, and you got to come on top with the stuffing.
Okay.
All right. Then there's gravy. Then the white bread on top. That is a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
Oh goodness.
So
So
that's
I'm gonna hit through you guys in here. I mean, Jody does win over turkey and mayo. That's for darn sure.
Dude.
So I'm gonna hit a couple of the questions, the comments. In. I gotta give Miner a little bit of love. That's fair. So
exactly.
When will nationals be announced? The North American Championship, sir. But it is announced September 19th through 21st in Orlando, Florida, is the North American Championship. September 23rd and 24th is the Senior North American Championship in Orlando, Florida. And Jody, we do know where it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to tell them yet? Because we haven't signed the contract. But basically, like I told our sales lady, she's like, "So are we close to getting this?" We're like picking menus. And she's like, "Well, what do I need to do?" I was like, "I'm just letting you know, we haven't been talking to anyone else for like 3 months." Like she was like, "I thought you guys were in a bidding war. That's why you were." So we know where it's going to be.
You're a hell of a negotiator, Matt. I'd have been like, yes, we're in bidding war. What can you do for us?
I got it to where I wanted it to be. Like we did negotiate some things down. We haven't talked about this yet. We had an hour and a half call yesterday. And I finally let her know. I was like, "Hey, we're coming with you. Just get me the new paperwork and we'll sign it." So it is announced September 19th through 21st in Orlando, Florida. Pretty awesome place.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. We're excited about it. You should be excited about it. And then September 23rd and 24th will be the Senior North American Championship, which will one of the things, I think this is a good thing to talk about real quick while we're going there, Jody. One of the things, because we like to take feedback from our players, and the thought when we did North American Championship, the Senior North American Championship, was we wanted to create kind of two different events, right? Two different price points to throw different things in to kind of give options.
Mm-hmm.
And what we heard overwhelmingly from the players that played the Senior is, "Hey, we want all the pomp and circumstance of the North American Championship." So in 2025, they're at the same place. And it's going to have the same pomp and circumstance. It's going to have all the same events, all the fun. Jersey's working really hard on that too. We're excited to bring that. I don't know how good her poker face is yet. Phil is watching the Lions. He's not going to turn red no matter how much I tease this. But
we'll all get to gather back again at the same location.
At the same location. The only difference is going to be one's 36 holes and one's 54 holes. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I would expect course announcements before the new year. We'll wait till the ink dries on the contract, just in case.
There you go. Just in case.
Significantly higher than UConn, but they're number 19 in the country in basketball and number 21 in football. So there you go.
We're not just a football school.
There you go.
We just beat Purdue.
What else we got?
Hey, if it makes everybody feel any better, Ole Miss's basketball team is currently ranked in the top 25. Only had one loss in the last possession of Purdue, and we will still end the season just outside the bubble of getting into the NCAA tournament.
You're like, it's where we belong. We're
what we do.
13th and 5th.
That's right. It's what we do. We come up just short on just about everything.
And to respond to Chris, while I agree with your sentiment, he's really not watching right now. I can assure you.
No, I promise you.
I promise you he's not watching. He's not even watching. Like, we didn't even let him, like, he's staying in our condo and we kicked him out so this show could be PG when he was yelling at the Lions game.
Yes.
So if I'm going to do that, I actually want to be able to watch his head explode and not just him find out about it like 2 days from now when he decides to watch it.
Yeah, like that little run by Jordan Love for a first down in the red zone. He would have been losing his mind.
He would have lost his mind. It would have been great. anyways, things you should do once in your lifetime: watch a Lions game with Bill. Quite highly recommend it. Let's see
You'll
what
feel
else.
better about yourself when you get really upset on the golf course. You're like, oh, well, I'm not as bad as that guy.
Yeah. Pretty funny. But anyway, Chris's head's about to explode because we're going over time. He's yelling at me. But looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend at True Blue in Caledonia. The Myrtle Beach 2 Under Myrtle Beach Holiday Classic is this weekend. Pay attention to some great putting in the digital membership card you can download into your Apple or Google Wallet. Anything else we're missing, Fegley?
We'll be here on Monday too.
Here on Monday.
Monday.
Really good.
Monday reunion. That's going to be good.
So
it's going to be a good time.
And it'll be warm on Monday. So Sunday,
Yes.
Monday will be
That too.
great.
Right. Well, anyways,
You
appreciate
just
you guys.
gotta
Again,
survive Monday.
special thanks to Charlie Reimer for showing up and talking about the beautiful resort at Macklemore. Looking forward to being there, and look forward to being back next week for Thursday Night 9 from home for the rest of the calendar year. We're looking forward to a couple-week break off the road. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Shop Global Golf for gear and recommendations that are all about you. With You Try, You Select, and You Trade In, Global Golf's comprehensive suite of services feature the widest variety of new and pre-owned products, PGA professional backed insight, and unbeatable value to help you play your best. So visit Global Golf today and experience personalized